The senses on the spiral. Lately, I've been sitting with the grand metaphor of the body. We've considered the world as a living being, with all of us as individual cells within a vast planetary organism. But to be a cell in a body isn't to be a blind, unconscious piece of matter. A cell is aware. It has senses far beyond the simplistic touch or taste we usually think of. It senses pressure, chemical gradients, pH, temperature, the vibrations of its neighbors. It is exquisitely tuned to the conditions of the interstitial sea it inhabits, that fluid between cells that carries both nourishment and waste, information and decay. Through this fluid, a cell knows what is happening in distant parts of the organism. It feels the inflammation of a wound, the joy of satiety, the fatigue of exertion. The cell's awareness isn't personal, it's systemic. It is the body feeling itself through that cellular point of consciousness. Now, let's apply the Hermetic Principle of Correspondence here. As above, so below. If this holds true for the biological body, what does it reveal about our own awareness here and now? We're told we have 5 senses, but are those our senses alone? Or are they the senses of the larger being we are a part of, being expressed through this form we call I or me? What gets called intuition, gut feeling, empathy, a sudden wave of collective joy or dread, aren't these the higher dimensional equivalents of that cellular awareness? These feel like non-physical senses. They don't register as hallucinations of a lonely mind. They feel more like the direct perceptions of the planetary body, feeling itself through this avatar, the I. Just as a nerve cell in a fingertip feels the texture of silk and relays that sensation to the brain as touch, we can feel the emotional and energetic texture of the collective feel and call it inspiration, anxiety, or a call to action. It seems like the same process, operating on a different plane. Consider the biology of a stem cell. It isn't a specialist. It is pure, undifferentiated potential. It circulates in the interstitial fluid, not with a fixed job, but in a state of profound listening. When it arrives at a site of injury, a place of inflammation, it doesn't attack the damaged cells. It doesn't declare them enemies. It pauses, senses the precise need of the local environment, and becomes what is required. New skin, new bone, new vessel. This focused awareness we can access holds the same stem cell potential. It isn't the thinking, analytical mind. It's that deeper receptive consciousness we can learn to direct. When I place this stem cell awareness into a situation or conflict or a challenge, be it in personal life or as we observe the world, the point isn't to judge or to fight. The point is to sense, to ask, as the cell does, what does the local environment truly need to heal? So we arrive at the pivotal question. It feels like the core sensation of the spiral. What does the planetary body feel through this avatar right now? Is this collective body feeling joy? Or is it experiencing a deep systemic inflammation, the fever of conflict, the swelling of misinformation, the heated rhetoric of an immune response gone awry? Is there a call for healing? For the cool regenerative power of reconciliation? Our non-physical senses are constantly receiving this data. The tension in the chest when witnessing cruelty, the expansive lift in the heart when seeing acts of kindness, the intuitive knowing of a truth before it is spoken. These are the signals. The problem arises when we identify as isolated ego cells, misinterpret these systemic signals as purely personal. We can take the body's information and make it a private anger. We can feel the body's cry for healing and turn it into personal anxiety. We mistake the sensation for the entirety of our identity. This avatar is a cell through which the universe experiences itself. We are points of sensory apparatus for a greater being. This reframes everything. Conflict starts to look like a cellular miscommunication. It is what happens when cells, forgetting they are part of one body, start to treat the chemical signals of other cells as foreign threats. They stop listening to the unifying hum of the interstitial field and instead build walls, triggering autoimmune reactions where the body attacks itself. In human terms, this is every argument rooted in us versus them. Every ideology that demands the destruction of the other side. The body does not heal by destroying parts of itself. Healing is a cellular realignment. It is the restoration of clear, open communication through the shared field. It is a stem cell arriving not with a weapon, but with the potential to become bridge tissue. Lately, the practice has been one of high definition sensing. Taking one conflict or challenge, internal or external, before reacting, pausing. Take a pause. Dropping awareness out of the head and into the center of the being. From that quiet place, sensing the situation not as a drama of separate selves, but as a process in the body of reality. Asking that stem cell awareness, what kind of cell am I being in this dynamic? Am I an inflammatory agent amplifying the heat? Am I asking what healing is the larger body asking for here, right now? Does it need the cooling balm of patience, the structural support of clear boundary, the new growth of a compassionate perspective? The key is not to force an answer, just to listen. As a stem cell listens to its environment, the quality that arises, perhaps peace, courage, or quiet listening, feels like the very thing this avatar is being called to embody. Embodying it changes the signal emitted into the interstitial field of consciousness. It's not about fixing other cells, it's about realigning this nature to serve the whole. In doing so, we activate the senses of the spiral. We become conscious sense organs for a universe yearning to feel its own capacity for harmony, and in feeling it, to bring it into being.